This is a video for the labs for Calculus-Based Physics 2, PHY 221. And with a little bit of luck, we'll demonstrate 3 or 4 different ways of grading a lab. So here I see that my lab section 2 and 4 have labs that are done. These are done at the 22nd. They're already graded. Those are done on the 23rd. They're probably already graded too, but we'll look at this guy with 6 updates. So I clicked on the lab that I'm going to grade. I get there. Where it says attempts 6, I'm going to hit the attempts. I clicked on that spot, and that brings up the labs. So I see these labs, and it appears that they are all graded. So we'll just look at them to see what they are. And if I click on individual questions, I can get something that looks like that. Now this guy says about 6%. The question is, on average, how many balls are traveling faster than 1,000? Well, a percentage does not make how many. So I write a comment down, and the comment I would say is a percent does not answer the question. Answer how many. And that's typical that you're going to get a percentage answer there. And I never mark the percentage right. I make them come back and do it again. You're allowed to redo your labs as many times as you want. Then we're going to look at this one, and this is the same problem. So we'll look at comment for question 1. And that will answer that problem. Now the labs are set up for the students to redo them often. Now look at that. In this particular case, I've got Benjamin doing it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and on the 4th time he got it right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this guy, and 4 is a little high, but because he got it right on the last one, what we're going to do is we're going to mark those guys for deletion, and I will mark this guy for deletion. And then in this answer we'll say we'll just mark it correct and not worry about it. And then we can delete the other. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't go down far enough. In his last attempt he got them all right, so we won't correct anything. We'll just go in and let the last one stand, and we're going to delete the attempted, delete some of the attempts. Alright, so now Benjamin is the only guy that's done, and there's only, instead of being 6 there, there's only 2. Okay, so I'm going to get out of there, and then I'm going to look to see what else I have to do. Here's the 23rd. 2 attempts for chapter 19. Now it says there's 3 attempts there. Okay, so this one says he's not graded yet. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grade him. So we come, if I can click on it one at a time, and I can grade it that way, or I can click on the not graded yet, and all of them will come up. Now the problem is he's too high. He has too many significant digits, and he doesn't have units. So I'll put too high, and maybe I'll spell 2 right, maybe I won't. Too many significant digits, and he may or not know what that means. And then missing units. This is a physics class. If he had the volume there, and notice another thing interesting about this problem. We'll go and make that comment real quick, and then we'll come over here and you notice that the key says the correct answer is 1 kilogram, but it wants to know the volume of the water. So that means the right answer would be 1 liter. And so I did that on purpose so that the student couldn't just keep guessing and get the right answer because the key's wrong. So isn't that, I don't think you're going to think that's clever, but that's okay. Now, here we go again. This guy here, 5.3 times 10 to the minus 23rd kilograms is correct. The significant digits are right, but he's too high, and he's missing units. So we would say that. And then the other guy we have to grade is 7, so we'll go down to 7. And when the ice comes through a phase change from solid to liquid, the mass of the ice decreases with no increase in the mass of water, which should increase. Okay, so if you were to do this particular lab, the question is, what's wrong with the simulation? Our simulations are just computer programs that some computer science guy made for us. In this particular one, there's several things wrong with this particular experiment. One of the things that's wrong is that the ice doesn't float. So the ice sinks to the bottom just like the gold and the silver does. Well, that's bad. When the ice melts, the mass of the water doesn't increase, which it should be doing. And then what's even worse is that when the ice gets to the point where the water gets to 0 degrees, it continues getting colder, but it doesn't freeze. So there's 3 things wrong with this guy, and but he got one of them, so that's good enough. And we give 1 point for that answer. And notice that I didn't hit. I'm going to do that again because I did it too quick. So I put in the answer. I didn't hit save. What I did is I put in 1 and then I hit the enter button. And that's the same as hitting the save button, and that saved me some time. Okay, so now we're going to go back to there, and these are both Benjamin, and we see requires grading. Why hasn't that been graded? I thought I just graded that. And yeah, I did grade. Okay, so what happened here is that the grading hasn't updated yet, so we'll go to regrade all. And now the last guy is graded. And I guess that's probably good enough. We're going to show, there's one more thing we want to show that we haven't shown yet. And so we'll come up on Lab 17. I just clicked on attempts. We have 3 guys to grade here. Now, these are all essay questions. The first 3 questions are, did you download the software? Can you make the software work? Can you tell what's wrong with the software? If I had more than just 1 guy to grade, right now I would hit not graded yet, but if I had more than 1 guy to grade, what I would do is I would go to manual grading. So right there we have a thing called manual grading. I'd click on it, and now it has some guys to be graded. Okay, so I'm going to look at 2 grade 0. Okay, so I got 2 grade 1. So this is question number 5. It's now going to show all the question number 5s of everybody. Okay, so this one's already graded. The graph is a straight line. You get a point. Okay, and this one's already graded too. So there's no one to be graded there. And I would go back and all total graded, all graded. Well, we know that's not the truth. 1 to grade. Okay, so here's number 9. And there it is, the 1 to be graded. Okay, the issue is that the smaller guy that has the least mass goes fastest. So we got the answer right. So we will grade that. And then we'll grade the next guy. This is reiterating that when you get done with this graph, it shows you that PV is equal to nRT. And so that's close enough. We'll give that 1 point. And then we'll grade this guy. It's a vertical line, so it's a vertical line is also correct. Okay, so now I have nothing to grade. I'm going to go back to the grade book, hopefully, and I didn't get there, so I'll go back to. Alright, now I'm back on grades, and I see that everything is updated and everything is graded there. So now you've seen that I can click on a question that needs to be graded, I can click on the entire quiz that needs to be graded, or I can go to manual grading, which allows me to look at all the question 5s at the same time that needs to be graded, or all at question 6. Right now I don't have a lot of examples of that in to come up on. So anyway, I think you get the idea. Chances are you're going to want to do the labs yourself so you have a feel of what the right answer is supposed to be. Remember that the key sometimes has a bogus dimension in it. Units. The units are bogus sometimes and I do that on purpose so that the computer won't automatically grade the question and we have to go back and look at it. Okay, that ends my introductory video on grading labs for calculus-based physics.